DC Multiverse!
Well, good day, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Brad, the DC Universe Geek, and today we are going to be reviewing the Monsterverse DC crossover of Wonder Woman versus Blueback Godzilla. Zilla. Now, out of the box, we can see everything that we got in the inside, and it's a lot by mass and not a huge amount by number, but there's enough. We got the trading card with Godzilla and Wonder Woman on the front, and a data file on the back, which, as usual, if you so desire, you can pause to read said data file. We got the regular 7-inch Wonder Woman action figure, and we got the little baby Wonder Woman action figure, the little tiny one. And we got a repaint of Godzilla, the same one that we got in the Superman Godzilla 2-pack. Now, I just want to get Mr. Zilla out of the way because I don't think most people bought this 2-pack because they wanted the Godzilla figure. I think we all bought it because, woo, we wanted the Wonder Woman. Oh yeah, and I also forgot, she came with that. A little tiny golden lasso of truth. Oh yeah, and an action figure stand. I forgot that too. Action figure stand. There we go. Okay, so, man, I'm trying to compare these Godzillas, but they're huge. They take up so much space. All right, let's just have a quick look at this Godzilla, and then I'll compare them. And I'm going to take off their tails to do it after, because they just won't fit in my recording area. Okay, so as previously stated, this guy is huge. Like, he's really, really big. Not big enough to be in scale properly with either of the Wonder Woman figures, but definitely a very large toy. He doesn't have that much articulation as like we saw with the previous Godzilla. And I'm okay with that just because he is big. He is just like a big old display piece. You know, he's intended for adult collectors. And I mean, there are other companies that have the license to do Godzilla. And if you want something that's bigger, better, and more articulated, then I mean, this is not the one you want. But this is a great, really big pack-in and a fantastic crossover. Now, in comparison to the previous Godzilla, which is, as I mentioned before, the exact same sculpt, the only difference here we're going to find is the paint applications. The deco is different. So where the original one was dark with a lighter gray wash over top of his scales, this one is the same dark-ish plastic, pretty much, only with a light blue wash over top of his scales. And where the previous one just had his spikes on the back that were the same color, this one, the spikes are blue, like he's getting ready to shoot a big blast of energy out of his mouth. Both of the mouths open on both of these guys. Both of the heads have very weird limited articulation. So they're exactly the same, pretty much. And they both got big buttholes. Okay, so now that we have Godzilla reviewed, we've looked at Godzilla, don't think we need to spend any more time on this gigantic lizard. Now we can move on to the Wonder Womans, the big and the small. Okay, and first starting with the itsy bitsy Wonder Woman, got her up on the spinner here, gonna get a look at her, and it is very neat that they made her look so much like the bigger figure. I really like the fact that they're able to take the appearance of the largers and transpose them down onto the smallers so effectively. And for such a little tiny figure, I think that they've done a pretty good job. I do wish that there were a few differences though. For one, I'm of the mind that it would have been a little cooler had they have actually found some way to give her a little bit more articulation. I know that she's tiny, but all through the years, there have been figures that are this size that do have more articulation. I get it, she's a pack-in, it's just something that I would have liked to see. But what she does have, it's not, I pulled her arm off. I'm always ripping their arm off. What she does have is articulation down here in the groin, and it just goes out so she can sit in her invisible jet. She's got waist articulation that is gonna do 360 all the way around, and then her arms, well, as you've already seen, they're attached by way of a little tiny ball joint there, and they come off pretty easy. Let's just see. Let's see how far up that they can go. Oh, off. Well, that one stayed on a lot better. And of course, they're gonna, oh man, it just keeps falling off. And of course, they're gonna go around and do 360. And her head, is her head articulated? Yeah, her head is attached, but you don't get really much because of her clump of hair that's in the way. So, that is the Wonder Woman. I want to compare her to the Superman and the Batman. So here we have the Page Punchers Trinity, Amazon, billionaire Bruce Wayne, and alien from the dead planet Krypton. And next we move on to the bigger Wonder Woman, the 7-inch scale Wonder Woman, the Wonder Woman that, as you will see momentarily, was clearly made on the Gal Gadot Wonder Woman body buck, only with some changes and a head sculpt that is definitely some form of shrunk down version of a different Wonder Woman head sculpt, which we will get to in just a moment. Side by side, there is absolutely no question that the majority of this Wonder Woman figure was made off of the Gal Gadot Wonder Woman action figure, specifically the one that doesn't have hot dog legs. And there are a few things that show that she's absolutely made on the same body buck, like they both have the same decorative armband and wrist bracers. They both have the exact same wonky Wonder Woman legs. With this version, they simply haven't painted all of the details onto the boots, but these are Gal Gadot's boots, and their torsos are exactly the same mold. I can't decipher any difference there. So this is the detailing for Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman, not the current contemporary Wonder Woman. But hey, reuse of parts, you get more figures, I get it. Now where she's different, you'll note, is that her battle skirts on each figure are different. And the one that we're looking at on the right is the current one, and that is more in line with the comic book. And as opposed to having Gal's head sculpt, like on the first figure here, we get a very cool Jim Lee style Wonder Woman head sculpt that was in some form or another, in some way, it was taken from this here Jim Lee Wonder Woman statue. They probably just shrunk it down in the computer and, you know, gave it an articulation point or whatever, but I mean, you can tell by the hair and the face that this is pretty much the same head sculpt. And it is fantastic. This is the best Wonder Woman head sculpt we've been given to date. And then just for funsies, I thought that I would bring in the Golden Age Wonder Woman on the left and a more classic looking Wonder Woman on the right, just to compare her to. And yes, I will definitely perform a head swap just to give you guys an idea of exactly what you can expect if this is the kind of thing that you're looking to do as well. But I will get to that after the articulation. So, people may want to know exactly how well this figure is or is not articulated. Well, let's get into it. Out that much before the battle skirt gets in the way. In that much, we got up about that, down about that. Does she have the approximation of a thigh cut? She's got some, not the greatest. Of course, we have the torso, which is not too bad. Can look down, can look up. Not the greatest, not the worst. The waist is going to go 360, but it is also very, very tight. Just take it for granted that we know it'll do it. And then we have the arms going up into a T, about that much. And she's got the rounded hinges. She's got a 360 bicep swivel right there in her arm. She's got double jointed elbows. She's got single jointed wrists that are on that rounded ball. And she is incredibly articulated in the arms. And then her head, which doesn't do much of anything on account of the fact that the big hair gets in the way. Down here with the knees, we have double jointies that don't actually double joint up as much as I might like. And we have really, really loose, weak ankles here for her high heels here. With the rounded hinge, they're going to pivot, they go up, they go down, and you have the toe. And just for those of you who are wondering what this Wonder Woman looks like if you pop this head on this body and do a switcheroo, changeroo, you end up with this. And I think when you mix the parts of the classic Wonder Woman with the current contemporary Wonder Woman that we're reviewing, you end up with, in my opinion, did we just make the best Wonder Woman figure ever from McFarlane out of parts? Did we just custom kit bash a beautiful Wonder Woman? Jesus slice. I think we did. I think we did, people. This looks friggin' beautiful. You know what? I was going to actually disassemble this and move on and put it back together for the rest of the video to take pictures of, but I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm going to leave her just like this. And bring in a Bats and a Soups. Oh, look at that Trinity. Shut up, phone. I'm in the middle of something. Look at that Trinity. That looks so good. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, there you have it, folks. Anyway, I think I'm going to move on from here. We've looked at enough Wonder Woman and Godzilla for the day. Time to do other things, like write music, or poetry, or read comics or something. So, thank you so much for watching, everybody. It means a lot to me, and I will see you all with the next one. Have yourself a DC day, and take care of yourselves, and especially each other. Bye for now.